Winter severity at critical point in Sucre and Bolivar is
Outraged,
increasing.
Sagun said goodbye to his mother-daughter. Happy-Dora Hospital suspend care due to reduction of COVID cases.
And wait for sport and entertainment news at the end of the news.
The IDEAN revealed that it will continue to rain in much of the Andean region and in the Caribbean departments. The entity warned about critical points.
The situation of the rains in the last hours tends to intensify, especially in a dozen departments located in the Andean region and in the north of the country. The IDEAN red alerts warn of flood in the river Cauca, San Jacinto Bolivar, and overflows in the vicinity of Planeta Rica, Córdoba. And there is also an alert for the possibility of landslides in Tolima, Risaralda, Nariño, and Cundinamarca.
Abundant rains have been registered in the last hours in the Orinoco region, also in areas of the center and south of the Andean region. And for this week, it is very important that rainy conditions tend to prevail in some sectors, especially in the center and north of the Colombian territory. As the days go by, the humanitarian drama experienced by the inhabitants of Sucre increases.
The emergency due to the floods in Córdoba seems to give no truth. One of the most affected municipalities is the municipality of Ayapel, where there is no longer a dry place. This is Ayapel now. Everything is sunk, merchants, richer, and inhabitants were totally in ruin.
Okay, here are the news. Outraged, Sagun did farewells to her mother-daughter during the afternoon of Tuesday, September 8. The body of the Zuleida Ojeda, the woman mother in Sagun, received the funeral rites. Zuleida Ojeda was found lifeless in an area near the Armando Turan Patronina Stadium in the municipality of Sagun. The woman was made to the stadium was later murdered. On Tuesday afternoon, family and friends gathered at her house located in the Renacer neighborhood to say their last goodbye. The burial was in the Nuestra Señora de la Salud cemetery. A multitude accompanied the coffin with banners that contained legends demanding justice, rejecting femicide. So far is no report from forensic medicine or pronouncement from the authorities to clarify the death of this woman who left three orphanage children, a devastated family. On the other hand, listen, hospital Happy-Laura suspending attention due to the reduction in COVID cases. The ISI Vidasinu informed me that the attention in the field hospital located in the Happy-Laura Coliseum is temporarily suspended. The field hospital has capacity for about 3,000 patients. Due to the low occupancy rates in the ICU beds in Montreal since Monday, September 8, the health authority decided to temporarily suspend it since its operation generates large costs for the municipal administration and IPS can afford the medical care required by COVID patients in the city. And now we move to the sports issue. What is happening in soccer, my dear friend Jose?
Now the latest in sports.
Yesterday, the last match of the triple round of the World Cup qualifiers was played, and our team Colombia played in Barranquilla against Chile. Also, Ronaldo Rueda spoke at the press conference about the possible advantage he has for having been a Chilean coach and said it all depends on how he interprets having had this fortune of having shared with the Western Chile. Knowledge is also bilateral. They know us. Advantage is to play well, play a smart game, have a good night, and make a great proposal to make a difference. He also took the opportunity to talk about the locality in Barranquilla and said, we must take advantage of the local conditions that were critical in a pandemic, and that now we are going to have the accompaniment of a percentage of the public. Our aspiration is to win and make a difference as a local. Also, the one who sent a message a few hours before the meeting was the Pío Valdivajama, who published how we are today my girl and I, we're ready. We're going to support our Colombian team. And now we're talking about the game. Just at minute 4, Juanfer made the great goal that ended up annulled. At a minute 15, a penalty for Luis Diaz that Miguel Angel Borja ended up converting. And then he beats the defender all back and marks the second goal for our team. And thus ended the first half. In the second half, Chile was ahead with a goal at minute 56. And then Luis Diaz scored the goal that closed the game at minute 74. Unfortunately, we left with 3 points. 3 of 1 finished the game. The club that has this Saturday arriving in Argentina, it seems that Carrascal is gaining the confidence of Gallardo on the river because the newspaper Max against Sarmiento, he scored the tying goal, and in the following match against Independiente, he was responsible for the player to the goal of Brian Romero's. And now, with these good attitudes, it will not be surprising that Carrascal got a starting position in a team, even with the return of the Sanchez and injuries. That is for today. Stay tuned for our news. Thank you.
Now, the best in entertainment news.
In other entertainment news, the official hosts of the 2021 Billboard Latin Music Award were announced. William Levy, Gaby Espino, Pedro Fernandez, and Maite Perroni. And that's all. Thank you very much for listening us and see you later in other news. Bye bye.